Okay, you record
Okay, already record.
Thank you. Okay, I apologize for my incompetency in Zoom because I'm really blue skit. Okay. All right. So basically you have news and then you have features. So basically news are really just reporting reporting your events. For now, I think it's more to events lah in IIUM today. Reporting events or reporting announcements. We have announcement, events, and news. But then events are mostly online events, and so you will have to watch through the 2 hour go through the 2 hour event, and then only you can report. But with events in general, you cannot like write opinions or insert your own words or something. You have to record it by what is presented in the event. So obviously we have to write honest and also straightforward articles. I think straightforward in this sense is really not really like you can use like big words sometimes, but you have to remember your target audience. Here our target audience are students, so you have to write to cater to students punya, I guess, limit, or not like limit, more like how other students will understand. Because at the end of the day, this is not like your assignment or your general article. So just write like anything for laymen to understand. So yes, articles generally have three main parts, which is your lead, your body, and your conclusion. So I think it's important to emphasize here that your lead sentence is the main point of your article, which is the main angle of your article. So whatever that comes in your body and your conclusion is other points that are not like other points that are not really as important as your lead, because there are many types of lead that you can write. But let me show you the first time I ever wrote a news, and this was my lead sentence. Okay, so this is actually not really a good lead sentence, since this is only I only told people about, okay, this is the what. Okay, a debate on minimum of age of marriage in Malaysia should be standard, blah, blah, blah. But then I didn't tell about the main point of the article, which people actually which the debate concluded with what this was actually the main point. But instead of writing this, I actually wrote this. So so can you see the what actually a lead is actually about? It should be the main point. Faham tak? Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Fun. Okay, this is not how you should write a lead. Because I think in my 3 years of being in IIM today, I think many people consider this as a lead sentence. The fact that like for example, IIM today conducted a news training on blah 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 on Friday. Okay, most people would write that as the lead sentence, but that is not the main point. The main point is for new journalists and also the class to learn how the in-house to do. So can you see the difference? Okay. So this was my first ever news, and it's bad. Okay. But then there are also other types of lead sentences. You can start with a soft lead where you quote. You quote, like, for example, in this event, Miss Anita actually, the point is to tell people that PR is not just an event management related job. It has other things as well. So I put that as my lead sentence. So this is considered as a soft lead. You can do this as well. But also, I think this one. This one is also a quote, but I paraphrase the quote, so because it's quite long kalau what Professor Omar said. So this is what you can do as well. Quote the your source. Also, this is a nice example of how a lead sentence should be. Instead of these people writing about the election, like they straightly wrote who won. So this should be a lead sentence because we're focusing on who won instead of this siapa nama dia? The election has ended at 4 a.m. or something. That should not be the lead sentence, but it should be who won as a lead sentence. I think in mainstream media also, like for example, this Tan Sri Yasin won SPM. So that is considered as a lead sentence, not like SPR has finished counting the vote process. So, but people want to know who actually won instead of who when did it like finish, you know. Maafkan saya. You can also start with I think you can start with a quote. That's what I did, but then your quote has to be relevant to your lead sentence. So what's the difference between a soft lead and a hard lead? A hard lead is okay. We have not yet come to that, but okay. This is a hard lead. A hard lead is basically the main point, but soft lead is more like how you would start a feature. But hard lead is usually just the main point of the article, like this one. This is a hard lead. This is what this is discussed at the end of the seminar, but actually this was the main point of the whole discussion. So they said that communication scholars should be optimistic. So this is a hard lead, but the soft lead is when you quote, is when you when it's not really not to say not really serious, but it's more quote-ish. That is a soft lead. Faham tak? Tak ada.
Faham.
Alright. So this is an example of a hard lead. So okay. When Amira sent me this article, sent Hakim this article a few days back, she started with this paragraph actually. Minister of Higher Education launched a data plan. So, but then I don't think that the launch of the data plan is actually something important. For me, I think what is more important is this one, the cash data plan. So I asked her to put this on the upper part instead of the launching, because lead sentences, whatever it is, it should be the main point of the event, not what is the event. Yes, you can put it what is the event in the second or third part, but on the first part, on the lead sentence, it should be maybe the objective, or like what is the goal of the event. Yes, what is the goal of the event? So this is you should Oh, so I think this was widely reported last 2 days, but we reported it like last week. Okay. But so that is a lead. Okay. Ni apa? Oh, this is a picture. Alright, so in the body part, in our case now, honestly, oh, there's no much event going around campus. So even if there are events, usually there are webinars or like forums and asking about opinions and things like that. So in the body part, usually in events there are so many issues that are being talked about that you don't really know how to pick and choose an angle. So what you can do is usually in the conclusion part, they actually would discuss, like, everyone when they conclude they would reach an agreement. So that agreement should be your main point. Or if they cannot reach an agreement, there should be like one pattern, is it, or once something that all of them agreed upon, like this one they agreed that all communication too should be optimistic, that they will find solution to the academic programs. But the discussion centered around three areas, three topics. So what you can do is like make your discussion and then have a flow between, there's a connectivity between all the three main ideas. Yes, the three, it should has a flow. But then if in the case that you really don't have a flow, you can do it like this. You can have headings. Like this one is how the appointment of a mufti and also the main role of a mufti. You can't really have like a flow over here. So that is what you can do by having headings, so people can directly understand your news, because news should people should be able to understand and read and understand your news at the first time they're reading, because um because at the end of the day, your main point of your news is to inform people. So you're not informing just a target group, but you're informing everyone, so your news should be understandable to everyone. Also, that this is one of the many things that you can do. Okay, you can also put in photos. It's advisable to put photos inside your articles. And also, but okay, I think everyone understand the importance of the 5W1H, and and your 5W1H should not be just in your lead sentence. It can be in your second paragraph, it can be in your third. So I think this one ke? Okay, good. Alright, so what I did was, what you can do also, because I don't think sometimes in news the location is not as important. Like, where did this thing happen? It's not really important for you to put up in the first or second paragraph. Sometimes my screen lambat semua salah wifi UAE. Alright, sometimes you just have to have your what, and then you have your who, and then when is important, you should put it like on the upper part, like live online this morning or yesterday and things like that. But I think sometimes the where is not important, so you can just put your the web you can put it just in your last paragraph or second last paragraph, like the webinar was attended by who through Zoom platform. Okay, internet lambat. Wait, give me a minute. I open my hotspot. So it doesn't necessarily your 5W1H has to be on the first few paragraphs of your sentences, your first few paragraphs, but it also can be in the lower part, given that it's not as important to tell people about where is it, like, or like, okay, in this case it's important to introduce the panelists. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Like what?
Yes, we can see.
But is it like, okay, in this case it's important to show you guys the start. Tak gerak. Wait, wait, I open close. Who is it? Okay. Okay, in this case it's important for you to actually like introduce all these panelists, because you want to talk about what they are talking about in your body, what they talked about, okay, in your body. So it's important to introduce everyone. But there are also cases where um where it's not really important who came. So you can also put just at the end of your paragraph, present at the ceremony were who and who. So sometimes in this case this was a competition. So Dr. Omar made some remarks as the head of FITS. So that's why I did put his name up here. And all, but then all these other lecturers who judged the event didn't really contribute anything to the article, so I just put it on the lower part. So your 5W1H is not necessarily has to be on the upper part, but it has to be in your article somewhere. Understand, everyone?
Yes.
Insecure.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Marsha.
Yes, madam.
Yes, Marsha.
Yes, Madam Marsha, I understand.
Okay, that's how it is. This meeting no longer have time limit. Okay. That's how it is. News writing is flexible, but then it's not so flexible as well. Why is it not flexible? It is that you cannot inject your opinions, and your wordings should be straight to the point. You cannot like you can describe it. You can describe situations in like really full length sentences, but it's not like recommended, because people don't want to read like so long sentences. People it's you have to write straight to the point. You can use big words but make it concise. So it's important to keep it straightforward. Yes, everyone wants to be updated. You don't need to beat around the bush like it's a lovely Sunday morning, blah 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 blah. No, just check up. Just mention it like an accident. Even though an accident happened, even though it was a lovely Sunday morning, but who cares cares about the lovely Sunday morning. People only cared about the accident. So yes, there are 6 news values. I think for sure that we know, or we somehow know, but we don't really know the words. So news, when you're reporting news, you have to be quick. Even though it just happened, like it happened, people don't want to know what happened last week. People want to know what happened today, and people want to know it today. So like I often emphasize like, this is IIUM today, not IIUM yesterday or IIUM tomorrow. We want to know what happened today, and we want to know it today. So um some mistakes that people would do is like reporting an event that happened last week and wanting to write about it today. But people don't care about what happened last week. People only want to know about what happened today. So if say you want to report it like an event that happened yesterday, I recommend for you to turn it into a feature. And also when you choose news angles, usually angles that are of interest to people are the ones that have conflicts, and also that is very rare. I think Aryani sent me an article last month about cats turning fat in this pandemic. I think that's something that is unique and rare at the same time. I think often people often write about cats, like cats not having enough food to eat, but this one, in this pandemic, cats are having so much food to eat. So I think somehow that is quite a nice news angle. That is something different and something refreshing. So in this news, I think, oh no. So in this news, actually my angle was something else. I put there's like I wrote a soft lead, but then I wrote a soft lead quoting quoting a scholar, but then the editor said that it's better for me to highlight the optimistic part instead of uh because I do wrote the optimistic part, but this agreement was more important than the quote that I wrote. So in writing, you have to be creative to choose your angle, because sometimes you can write a few angles for one event, given that you are creative. I think last month Hakim and I wrote 3 angles for one event. Actually you can, given that I would say, for example, the two of you want to report the same event. So what your friend's angle cannot be the same as yours. So it's important for your friend to not mention any part that of your article, and you not to mention any part of her article or him. Like, okay, let's see. Mari kita tengok. Salah tekan, sorry. So, okay, tak apa. Maafkan saya. Okay. This was my first angle. This was another angle. And this was another angle. This is another angle. Oh, dia tak tunjuk Hakim punya.
Marsha,
Yeah.
can you repeat about the angle again? I mean, I mean, like it should be like in the lead sentence or the full news. Can you repeat again? I can't understand about the
Angle.
angle. Yeah.
Your angle is actually your whole news, but it should start with the framing of the angle should start with the lead sentence. So, okay, for example, your angle, um, Hakim's angle is on com department is want to put effort to produce competent graduates. So the next in your body of the article, it should be supporting your lead sentence. So that is how an angle should be. So like this one, Dr. Zeti said, um, apa nama dia? Com has many avenues to train and groom students. What is the platform? I am today, MFM, MTV, and also expose students to skills and knowledge. And then advise to work hard in your studies, and um, also if you think there are other things that are of importance as well. This one is Dr. Shafizan said IMJ are not only for people that are into the com department wants to produce content creators as well. And your angle, so this means that your angle is the full length of your article, but it should start, the framing should start with your lead sentence, and your body should be supporting your apa dia, your lead. Faham tak? Do you guys understand?
Yes, thank you, Marsha.
So
Yes, Marsha.
it should have a flow. So it's quite simple actually. You just need to have a flow. Okay. It doesn't necessarily that you have to report everything in chronological order. So for example, if the main point of your article is like really at the end of the event, it's okay. You can put it up top, and then you think, oh, this is important, but it's not at the start. You can just rearrange everything back. It doesn't. You don't have to follow the full flow of the event. So it's important for you to pick and choose the right the right information for you to include in your article, and you don't have to put okay he said what, second he said what, third he said what. You don't need to do that. You can rearrange it like 3-1-2 or 3-2-1. It doesn't matter as long as what he said is in the event. What he said is factual in the event and not like your own opinion. But in any case, you are free to actually craft your own words. If you think that people would be more attracted to read your news if you write it this way, then okay, you are free to do that. Given that your the main point of your article, you can get it across, because this is really straightforward. It's committed, but then I wrote this angle for the same event. So this is another speech from Dr. Narawi in the same event. So you can and also this is another speech from Dr. Baiduri in the same event. So this is basically one event covering 3 different speeches. So you don't really have a limit to an angle. You just need to be creative about it. Understand? As long as it's something that in our context students, it's something that students want to read about, and you think that I think it's important for students to know about all these things. All right, wait. Also, never inject your own opinions, even though you want to say like, oh, the event went successfully. You cannot say like that unless maybe the person in charge, or maybe someone that the program manager told you that, oh, alhamdulillah, the event went by smoothly, successfully. Yes, then only you can mention that. If not, you cannot. You cannot mention it that way, because it's not your duty to mention your opinions. It's only your duty to inform your audience of what happened during the event. So tips for writing good news: introduction to the story should be a single sentence of 35 to 45 words that summarize the main points of the story. So yes, the lead sentence should have your main point of the story, and it's the main point of the story that compromise your angle that like, what are you going to talk about this in this essay pula article. So okay, oh yeah, like in this context, it did say a fire started in a building last night doesn't have enough vital information about your uh lead sentence. Yes, it's important, it's the main point, but then you need to have more details more details, so it can be able to have to be a lead sentence. Because uh, a lead sentence can be long, it can be 35 to 45 words, but it should be a sentence, not sentences. And in news, your paragraphs are really short. You can have like one sentence or two sentences, one paragraph, and that's it. And people are more likely to read it if they see it as not really long. Because so because okay, this is a lead sentence, but it looks lengthy, like 35 to 40, but this is about 35 45 words, but it's only one sentence. And also you can see that it's really just one sentence and one sentence and one sentence, and not like two sentences into one, because I think this is quite long. This is so in news, it's okay for you to have just one sentence for one paragraph. It's easier for people to read, and easier for people to understand and take a breath when they're reading your news. So okay, always cut unnecessary words. Be straight to the point. Firefighter arrived at the blaze and were able to put it out, blah blah blah. You don't have to do that. So firefighters actually doused the blaze in 30 minutes. So macam be straight to the point. You don't have to use complicated words. Just use news writing doesn't really test your vocabulary. So you just have to be straight to the point, and remember that your intent is to inform. So everything should be just straight to the point. And obviously it's everything is past tense, because it happened, you report after it happened. Short paragraph. Oh, okay. Don't use phrases like thankfully everyone escaped the fire unhurt. Obviously, it's good that people won't hurt. Your readers can figure it out, but for themselves. But then this is like inserting somewhat an opinion, and you don't need to do that. So, do you guys have anything to ask about news writing in general, in news writing, before we start about our in-house style? Yes, I can share the slides later. You guys have any other questions? Okay, we move on. Sure, you are welcome. News and feature formatting. So an in-house style is a set of rules and spellings and style of writing that journalists have to adhere to if you are in an organization, or in this case in IIUM today. So these are compulsory to be followed. So first things first, about your byline. So okay, like this one, Professor Omar. It has your byline should be at the top of your article, the first one when you're uploading. Uploading. It should be by siapa-siapa and your name, and then it should be in bold and italics. Sometimes people do send in articles to IIM Today, but they don't really mention their name. So I don't really know what to put it in the byline. So I have to email them back to get the article, and I think this is to get the byline. I think this should be like um this should be prioritized because it's your name and you wrote the article. You should be writing your name. So okay, it should be bold and italics. And written on the left side. Okay, you cannot write pun. Okay, deadline for news items. Name of place should be written in capital followed by the date of the event. Okay, where? Okay, like this one, Gombak 13 March 2020. Gombak, everything that happens in IIUM is Gombak, and I think everything that happens surrounding IIUM is in Gombak as well. So so generally news are Gombak, comma, the date 2020, and then what do you call this? Titik bertindih. Oh, okay, this 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 thing, not dash or not like dash dash. That's like NST I think. But in IM today, we use this one. Gombak 13 March 2020. Gombak, Gombak 2017. So, okay, and also in IUM today, we put designation first, followed by the name of the person. Not this one. This is the feature. Okay, ni tak boleh. Okay, like this one. Wait. This one. If you want to mention the person, you should mention their position first. Head of Department of FITS, Associate Professor Dr. Omar. So this is how, not like Associate Professor Dr. Spencer Omar, who is the head of blah 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 blah. We put the position first, then only the name. And in IIUM today, everything you need to spell everything in full except for IIUM. So FITS is Department of Fundamental blah blah blah. But you can the only thing that you don't have to spell in full is IIUM. Other than that, KIKHS or maybe KICT, you need to spell it in full, except for IIUM. But inside in your headline, you can put say if you want to say SOP or MCO, it's okay. But in your lead sentence or in your body of your paragraph, if you want to mention CMCO or MCO, you have to write conditional movement control order, CMCO. Then the second time, the first time you have to mention that. Then the second time and following that, you can not mention that and use the short form instead. What's the chat just now? Can only news apa? Oh, okay. We actually cover news in and around campus, so we don't really so it's acceptable for news around campus as well, which means outside of IUM, given that it is important for students and the IUM community. Since we do have a lack of news right now, so it's okay for you to write about anything outside of IUM if it's important for our audience. Okay. So designation first for IIUM, because IIUM is understood, but say for non-IIUM related person should be spelled out. For macam, oh right, president of IIUM, oh obviously we know that IIUM is IIUM, but then if it's University of Malaya, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, it should be spelled out in full, except for only IIUM. And you don't have to International Islamic University in Malaysia, you don't need to, just IIUM. Title or headline of a story should not exceed more than 8 words. Okay. Like this, age is never an issue in the quest of knowledge. And also you don't need no full stop there. And also it should be written just in sentence form. You don't need to capitalize each word or in uppercase. It should be just in sentence form. Anis Fariha wins Asian Designation election. So since this is a noun, kata nama khas, yeah. So this is an event, so it should be capitalized. But then okay, like this one, you don't need to capitalize each word. Just put it in sentence form. You don't need a full stop. You don't need a in capital letters. Just like sentence form. Also, date should be written with date followed by month, like just now 16 September 2019, 17 October 2020, not October 17, 2020. Like normal, like you writing in a like the calendar. So any number below 10 should be written in words spelled out in full. So one until 9 you have to spell it ONE to WO, but then after 10 you don't need to, like 14 or 100, you don't need to spell it out. And then okay, this one you have covered it. For news item, it has to be based on intro must be 5W1H. And then yes, I believe everyone is familiar with the not everyone, most people are familiar with the inverted pyramid, which means your lead sentence is the most important information of your event, the main point of the event. The body is what follows it, the important parts of the event. Are there any stories, what are the issues, what are the background details, and then at the end of the event are just anything extra information related to the article. You sometimes when you're covering an event, sometimes people want okay, like this one, Astro Awani will broadcast reruns of the debate. So this is an extra information that is not related to the article, but is somehow related. So this should be at the end of your article. But in the body of your article is what's supporting your lead sentences. So you have to carefully identify what is important, what is not so important, and what is just extra information or background information. So words and phrases in Malay or in other language, then English should be in italics. Nasi lemak and other things should be in italics, since IIUM today is an English-based platform. So feature articles should be longer. There were questions about how many words do we actually it's required for you to write an feature article, but I don't think that there should be any length. It can be 200 to 1000, 2000 words. I wrote 200 once, I wrote 2000 once. It doesn't really matter as long as you get your point across. So if you want to write just 200 words, you can, given that in these 200 words, your point is there. What you want your readers to can be comprehended, and not like oh 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 tu je, oh that is this all, or because sometimes when you write really really compact a compact article, people don't really understand the main point. So in feature articles, you can go about be as creative as you want. It doesn't matter about what topic it is, as long as it's for you to understand and remember that this is IIUM, International Islamic University Malaysia. So even though this platform is for you to give you a free platform to express, but IIUM today reflects the university as well. So um, in any topic that you choose, you have to remember the Islamic part. Okay. So sources must be quoted or attributed. So whenever you take something from your article for your features, you can like according to the star. You don't need to do in-text citation or things like that, or you can just according to the star, or if you are like if you want people to know more about it, you can put in a hyperlink for people to directly go to the source. And but all of your facts must be quoted and attributed whenever you write a news. So Professor A said something, Professor A said this, and then quote he said, you, because since you cannot inject your own opinion to maintain the credibility of your sources, you need to mention who you quoted. I don't think in IIUM any lecturers or staff are like, oh, I want to remain anonymous, but there's no such thing as that yet. So you remember to I always ask for their position and also their full name. Um, of course, you can just Google it, but then sometimes I think it's easier for you to ask them directly. Is this is the spelling of your name correct? Is the spelling of your position correct? I think they are more than happy to help you. Okay, in IIM today, or to signify the end of an article, we use 3 stars. In bernama, I think dash dash and then bernama. But today we use 3 stars in any like this one. When your article has reached the end, it's so just put in 3 stars to signify, okay, this is the end. Nothing more than that. But in the case of in case you do want to put in your an a photo at the end of article, you can. But like this symbol actually signifies the end of your article, like the end of your writing. So if you want to put in more photos at the end, it's okay. You don't need to put stars after the photo. It's at the end of the article itself. So okay, it's important for everyone to understand that a featured image is important because we do want to post it on social media and it looks better with a photo. So photos should convey it. Photos should actually represent the whole of the article and not just some random photos. No, it should represent your article and what you are trying to convey. So usually we put in posters of the event itself, so it's easier. But sometimes when you already have an announcement beforehand, um, so your announcement should have the poster. So you should put in the photo of the event itself. But it should be like a lively photo, not some very depressing photo. So this is happiness. This is happiness. Hmm. Oh, spelling in IIUM today is British English. So it's favorite with a U and not favorite with the O, color and not color. I think realize also spelled with an S and not a Z, because our editor is very particular about this. Usually he would edit it, but I think for us to actually smooth his editorial what work, so we should already write it in British English and not American English. Realize and instill is with an just one L and not double L. You usually favorite, realize, apa lagi? Color.
Center.
Center. Center, CENTR. So that is one of the major just like a few differences. So percentage in IIUM today is spelled as percent, PERCENT, and not the symbol itself. So I hope you guys are able to understand some of the rules for you to write in IIM today. So talking about features, sometimes we tend to like how I wrote. I like to use. I like very complicated words. I like complicated, like something that complicates things. But then, Sir Azlan, our editor told me like, oh Marsha, you cannot do this because people won't understand what you're trying to say. A main point of an article is for you to is you write for your audience and not for yourself. So just even though you have like big words, you have a fluffy words, you can describe things vividly, but it's important to write for your audience and use words that your audience are able to understand. I'm very impressed by Professor Omar. He really wrote a lot of articles, a very scholarly articles, but then his words are very easily understood. So he didn't use any big words. He used like very I think from his articles is very gentle. You are able to understand directly. So I suggest if you want to write features, you can see his feature articles mostly about Islam and also Islamophobia and things like that. This was published this morning. Also, Mary wrote an article last week about differentiating needs and wants, and I think this is very straightforward. It's a matter of self-satisfaction. Okay, and then she shared her a bit of her experience, and then what are needs and wants? People can easily understand. There's no need for you to use like what I did, like pening-pening, like spinning around the globe and then only get to your point. There's no need to do that. Just go straight to the point. Because uh, remember your audience. It's not and you're not writing for yourself. You're writing for your audience. Also, do you guys have any questions?
Marsha,
Please
just
ask.
now you said that, like for example, we want to put
Mm-hmm.
the photo. For example, the
Mm-hmm.
event have the poster beforehand, the poster beforehand, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
you said that we need to put that poster or the other photo, which is represent the whole event, like the photo after the event. Faham tak?
A photo after the event is preferable. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need to it's preferable, but then if you don't have a nice photo, you can put in the poster. But if say you already publish an announcement of the event with the poster, you cannot post the poster again.
I see. Okay, okay. Faham. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Why you have to put please make okay. Oh, the 3 star indicates the end of the article. So that is why you should put it. Because it shows that okay, this article ends here. After this, no more writing. Can you understand Galaxy J7? Can you understand? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? Do you guys have any other question?
Nothing from me.
Okay, you know, I actually did like a little something. Okay, guys, remember to mark your attendance for, especially for madam's class. I shared a quizzes. You guys can try if you want. I did it yesterday. I tried. I tried. Okay. I do have something to share about the website. Okay. How to keep update the news that we can get info to write. I don't really understand what do you mean by keep update the news? So this is I think it's important to say that this is not like in class last 2 weeks. Madam Shira asked us to write an imaginary news and gather info from that. This is not it. This is, you have to write based on information that you already have. If not, you have to seek for the information. Say keep updated with IIUM news, IIUM official announcement, and also Malaysian news, and also events. Usually we report events. So if you want to get information to write, you have to actually attend the events itself. And also official the student union and IIUM often send disseminate a press release for everyone, right, lately. So that is how you get information. But if you want extra information, you should contact certain people and say and like do you mind hello, my name is Marsha, I'm from IIUM today, I want to do a write up on this, can you spend a few minutes to interview, or can you spend a minute for me to interview you, so I can get information to do this write up. But be prepared to be rejected, to get rejected, it's normal. So but then I think if interviewing, that's like a lengthy process, and so if it's an urgent news, you should just publish it first, and then you can do a follow-up on the interview. Like, okay, this person, okay, this deputy director said this about this event. So if it's a breaking announcement, you should report it as soon as possible. Okay, apa tadi? Wait, how to train yourself in writing, or is there any recommendation to write eloquently? This is very cliche, but you have to read more, read what others write, and try. And you have to read as much, and you have to try to write as much as you can, because when you write and you get feedback from the editor, and then you would know what you can do to improve. So like I said at the beginning, what I did was I actually I read I read through my seniors articles, because I really like her writing style, and then I try to write like her. Not saying that I copied her writing style, I have my own writing style, but then I read how she reports, I really like it, and then I try to report it like her, but with my own style. So you can have your own writing style, but then you have to know, you have to have, I think it's you just have to have a role model for now, and then like try to see how she writes, and then from that you can learn, okay, this is what I should do for me to report, uh so do lah, step by step. So macam it's very cliche, but read what others write, and also read what others write, and then write more, because writing is something that you have to practice. You cannot just learn it theoretically. It's by practice. It's by practice that you improve. As you can see, the difference between my first news and then my current news is quite long, but then you can see that there is no it's cliche but efficient. You can see that it's my first news is really there's no really not much information. That you just have to train yourself. Okay, you train yourself. Okay, this is important, and I should be writing about this. And then gather information, analyze. You need to be quick to analyze the situation. For example, if there is any conference conducted virtually in IIUM and we want to do a write-out, can we attend the conference and do a write without interviewing anyone? Yes, you can. Um, if there's sufficient information, because I think online conferences, you have so much information in online conferences, so you don't have to interview anyone. But if you do want to talk to the program manager to get a few of his comments, you may. Because in IIUM today, your news is due in 24 hours. So if your event ended at 10 p.m. today, you should submit it by 10 p.m. tomorrow. Because we are quite flexible in that sense, because if in the real world you need to submit it in 1 hour after that, but then news are not really hard to write. You already have your information, you just need to rearrange it and craft your words, how you go about on reporting. Because sometimes you just quote people verbatim, so you don't need to think. You have to think, but you don't need to actually have to gather more information, since almost all information are already at the event itself. But in features, you may need about 4 to 5 days. It's easily understood. But news writing, you have to submit it quick, because it's I am today, not I am yesterday. So yeah. Okay. Do you have any other question? I want to share how to use the website for new journalists, but I don't think it's compulsory for the complete 1,000 class to join, because this is like an IIUM today account. So we'll go through the Q&A session first. So any other question? Which is how to write, news or feature? I personally like both. I don't mind news or feature, because for me, I like features because I really like writing membebel tak berasas. I really like writing in general. So for me, it's not news is not hard. News is not hard, but it's for news is not hard in the sense as that you already have your information, but it is hard to pick and choose an angle and how to go about it. For me, news is actually harder, but I think Ariani has a different opinion. Ariani, macam biasa?
um, I think I personally think news is easier because you already have a template, and I like things that are already in order. So when you write a news, you just follow the inverted pyramid lah. You already have information, you already have your key people. Just remember that on the first paragraph, think. Lama. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so okay. What I suggested some of my juniors to do last year, I think, is to find a similar event. to what you are reporting. Like it doesn't have to be exactly the same event, but find a similar one and then try to just copy paste and then just with different information. So that is not not quite information since you cannot really copy paste. It's like plagiarism, but then it's how you learn, I guess. Since okay, you can just change information, but then okay, this person has wrote it like this. Say this person has wrote it this way, so, and it's a good article. So you want to learn from them, just try to replicate it first for the first few times. For the first few times when you trying to um just trying to warm up yourself into writing, you can do that. But then you cannot copy paste until I don't know when. But then after a few times you do need to write it by your own. And I believe by this time you already know, okay, write like this and like this. Okay. Any other questions? I hope this is quite helpful for you guys. Oh, if say you do need someone to proofread or read through your articles, you can just send it to me. I've been doing that for 2.5 years, I think, and I don't really. I like reading and giving my opinion. I rarely reply people late unless I'm sleeping. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, please ask. This is getting awkward for me. Do you guys is this helpful for you guys?
Yes, Marsha.
Yes, very helpful.
Yes,
Marsha,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marsha, I have a question.
Mhm.
How to construct a title? I mean, we need to make sure that the title is very short, right? Not too
Yes.
lengthy. Is that true?
Yeah.
The
For
laugh
me,
at you.
if you no, no, for me, I'm laughing at myself because I really like flashy titles. So if you can see, I was like, okay, 2 frames of mind to generate solution for IIUM community, and then I had like a double-edged sword of public relations and artificial intelligence. So for me, I really like flashy things that can grab people's attention.
Arguably,
But then
arguably, the title is the hardest thing you should. It's the hardest part of the article. So usually, what I do is I write the whole article, and then when I submit it, there's a part in our website that's like macam the place for title tau. I will leave it empty until the very last minute I have to submit. So basically, how I choose title is the keyword, who said it, and why it's interesting. Tapi it doesn't have to be too long. Something like that. But don't make it too
Understand.
long.
it's somehow
Understand.
it's like your lead sentence simplified, kan? Somehow like that.
Yes. Yeah. And then your lead sentence should somehow supplicate your title. Kan? Don't look at me like
Yes.
that. Okay.
How do no. I think I baca comment. How do you make it catchy? Be creative. Like I do get comments from people like, oh, title tak nak kalah je. Uh, so I think it's for me, how do you make it catchy is how you go about how you actually see your article code. It's important for you to actually see it as something interesting, then only you can make it interesting. Cool. How do you make it catchy? How do I make it catchy? I just simplify the whole article, but then use like words that are catchy. Use words that are easily understood, but also something that people would want to read about.
Sometimes you think of a
I think
really good
I did.
sometimes you think of a really good title and then Sir Aznan just deletes it and makes a new title. So don't
Yeah.
worry, guys.
Yeah, that's so common. Oh, I think a few of my titles yet still didn't delete is I did like designing future for KIKHS, since that the whole thing is about performer deans actually want to like how KIKHS can improve and things like that. So it's just be creative with your words. But then Sir Aznan usually would change it if it's not suitable. It's normal. Also, if you do, if for I am today journalist, if you do get comments from Sir Aznan about anything, and if you do get lengthy comments, um, he is actually a sweet, humble person, and but sometimes he doesn't really use like emojis, so you don't know if he's scolding or like just advising you. Don't get intimidated, and it's normal for people to to get comments, since okay, when I was in my first year, this the first news just now, I accidentally wrote the wrong date. I think it was in October, but I wrote April. So he did like, after this you have to check your facts and things like that. So it, of course people will get intimidated by that and don't want to write anymore, but that's actually him just advising you to be a better, how to be a better journalist. So be optimistic, be like when you receive comments, so don't be disheartened when you receive comments. It's normal, like Anissa like last night. Yeah, Anissa, do you have any other comments? It's how hard to make it catchy, but at the same time deliver a message in article. Sometimes what some of the journalists did, Fatiha, they actually just wrote a simple one, and then Sir Aznan will change it. Would like beautify it. That's how it goes. You don't have to sometimes you have to remember that your article is going through an editor as well. So whatever it is that you have, your flaws might be, he will beautify it. So it's okay. You don't have to pressure yourself too much. Okay, do you have any other questions? I am shy.
No, as for now, Masha.
I am clear. Okay. I can share a bit, we can share like a bit of our experience in IIUM today, but I am afraid if the Com 3000 class don't want to hear about it, or like, and because I also want to teach my new journalists how to use the website, but that's, I think that's about news writing.
No, I mean,
Let's
it'll
do
be, I think, great to hear of your experiences in the place. Like, I mean, to me personally, I think I might want to be part of IUM today as well. So it would be great to hear a little bit from you.
All right. Wait. Singi asked me to do the quiz first. Do you, can you guys like, can you guys access this quizzes? Wait, I send back the link. I resend the link. Can you guys like, open the link? Let's do it together. Wait. Wait. Sekejap, Okay, share direct link. Okay, wait. Okay. Use this link, the second link. The challenge friends one. Let's do it together. Since I got a few topics also. Please do it with me, guys. Why am I the only one here?
Coming.
Yay. Okay. This is like Kahoot, but the free one. So, yeah. Yay, 5 people. Yay. Share your screen, please. Nanti you guys nampak my jawapan, my answer. Wait. Okay, I will share screen.
You write our real name?
Sorry?
We write our real name or
Oh, you okay? You don't need to answer. Okay. All right. Does everyone else want to join? Okay, great. Wow, you guys have like really flashy names. Okay, guys, come in. Yay! Are you asking me to shut up, Shu? Let's wait for a few minutes. Hi, Rivka. Only 20, come 3,000, okay. But I think this, tak apa. Okay. Anyone else coming in? If not, I'll start. Okay, one more. Okay. Okay, me, you, us. Okay. Anyone else? I'll start. Okay, let's start. Which of the following is correct? Which is the correct date? Dang. Kenapa? Oh, okay. This is the answer, friends. I don't know why, but I have to answer as well if I share the screen. Okay, nice one. Attribution, please. Why am I in 8th place? Not fair. Okay, so everyone, have you guys answered? This is the correct answer. Wow, I'm in 15th place. You guys are smart. Okay, which number is correct? The answer is this one, 14%. Salah. Oh my god. I am so sorry. Which is the correct date? Oh my god, I got my own quiz wrong. Are you bored? I'm sorry, this is it should be funny. Please don't laugh at me. I'm humorless. Wow. Ariani, why are you down there?
My internet jam tadi.
Which is considered as a lead sentence? This is in one news. I took it in one news by myself, I think. Okay, this is the correct answer. Wow, you guys are smart. Why is the indicator story ended? The indicator is this one with 3 stars, not 2 stars. Not this is bernama. This is I don't know what hashtag. Wow, I've been 12th place. Which is the correct spelling? Ding ding ding. I've mentioned almost all of this. Oh, okay. Almost all of this is for. So the correct answer is instill and favorite. Summarize should be spelled with an S. Instill is with one L. Realize is also with an S. Mana submit dia? Sorry. Mak tak nampak. Kenapa? Yay, I'm still in the running. Which is the correct headline? The formatting. Okay, I kalah. Siapa tiramisu? Who's tiramisu? Wow, congratulations. Ariani, you won. Ariani, this is not fair. Who is X? Who's tiramisu?
Me,
Siapa tu?
Siti Sarah.
Oh, congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Even I got it wrong. Who's X?
Me, I'm X.
Siapa tu? Smart people. New share. Stoppage. Okay. Yes, congratulations, you guys. Oh, you guys learned something from me today. I am so proud of you guys. Nah, pandainya. Honestly, who's Galaxy J7 Pro? I've been meaning to ask. Okay, on my experience about IIUM today, I hope that Ariani and maybe Singye, Hakim and Anissa can share things as well. So I think I first joined IIUM today because I just wanted to write more. I was not really interested in journalism. I wanted to take on literature, but then my parents was like, no, they don't want me to be stuck in just the English language field. So I was like, okay, fine, communication works fine as well. So that's how I go about in choosing comm. And then in the communication academic briefing, they were promoting IIM today and talk about writing. I was like, okay, I want to write, and okay, let's try IIM today. So in my first year, I was quite busy with other things, and I didn't really cover that much events. Hence, my first news was like, when I read it now, this is I'm like, this is so bad. I think that it's bad compared to how I am now, I guess. But I went to like several events that are really interesting that has inspired me. Last year I went to an event. Oh, last year I went to the KRKHS academic award something during convocation. And I think that has inspired me to be a better student. I think I was like, okay, these are the people who are actually academically smart, but they are also active in co-curriculum as well. And they also have shared a few advices, some of them being this is very Islamic, but I think I interviewed this one person who received it. This is not the KRKH's one, but she's a student from Kuliah of Dentistry. She received 8 distinctions in all of her IIUM life, and graduated, if I'm not mistaken, with a 4 flat. And also she mentioned that every time she receives an award or something, or like she did accidentally at something, she reminded herself to always like say astaghfirullah in case in her journey to achieve this successfulness, she did hurt other people along the way. And I think that I am blessed to be I am today to meet all these great people, to interview all these great people. Some of them I met with Tan Sri Kamal Hassan also, and I think there were several times that I met with the deputy director of ODR SDCE. Also, I have yet to interview any ministers, but Hakim and Aryani has. But last sem, yes, we actually have to wait for the election, the KRKHS election results until like 3:30 a.m. From I went there at about 9 plus and have to wait until 3. By then Anissa and Arani already waited from this start counting at 6 until 3. For me, it's a thrilling process. It's something that journalists do have to face somehow or other in their daily has like it really has the thrill of actually waiting for voting process, the result, and actually witnessing it and reporting it at 3 o'clock, 3 in the morning. It's really a thrilling process. I think it's a once in a semester experience since we won't be having any elections after this. We all I have also met with a few journalists. We all also have like a few media attachment. Also, I'm not lagging a little. Hello, hello.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, tak, because someone commented. Okay. I met a few journalists who's really passionate at writing and reporting, and they told me, oh, if you guys have to cover the election in real life, there's no such thing as chess. You have to wait by the drain. So I think in real life, being a journalist is more is it adventurous? I think it's challenging. It's not as in IIUM today we are constricted as only in campus and everything is comfortable. But in real life, you don't know. Sometimes you will get pushed by bodyguards to get to ask your questions and things like that. But I think this is actually a great platform for you to write and also expose yourself to the journalism industry. Irene, do you have any comments since I'm seeing you first?
Me?
Hmm.
I've actually my experience in the IIM today was very eventful. But a lot of the good memories I've had was with a lot of the members. For example, one of the most memorable memories among them was and you didn't mention this, we met the queen lah.
Oh yeah, we met the queen. We selfied with the queen.
We met the Queen of Malaysia, and then me, Singgih, and Hakim, we went to see Dr. Mazli for the student union opening. We didn't get to interview, but like we were among the paparazzi there lah. It felt nice. It just felt nice. And then among the key people I've met was the president of IIUM. I met him in the Student Activity Award. I didn't want, it's not that I didn't want to interview him, but that time the program, the media the person who was in charge of the media, his name is, I forgot his name. He asked me, do you want to interview the president? And I think that's why it's important for, that's why it's important for you to get in contact with the project manager and the people in charge, because that's how you get to make connections. And then who else did I meet? I don't know. But the events I go to are really fun. Sometimes you get free food, sometimes you get free lunch. And I went to this event with Anissa once for the solar walkway from Mahalah Mariam to Engine that never happened. Their opening was really grand. Tau. They had like all this senators for UIA, but then but then it was a very small event. It was literally by the side of the road. We got free food, and then Anissa wrote the article, but then it got taken down. I still don't know why, but it was really fun. Like it's all about how you perceive an experience lah. But all in all, it's really fun to be in IIUM today.
Sometimes we do get requests to be media partners. I went to an event with Aisha and Aisha, and then we have also Aisha, Aida, and Farhana. We had to actually take photos, and we do get food. I think we got like a lot of food since they asked us to even bring back the food. Yes, we do need photographers as well, because sometimes we do get apa nama dia? We do get media partners, and they would want us to take photos as well as do write-ups. So it's a great experience overall. And sometimes for me, you would get like a lot of information about the university. Like sometimes I never went to KICT except for that one time I had to cover an event. So and then it really exposed me, okay, KICT events are like this, ICOL events are different. So you get information about all events in IIUM itself. So it's something nice. It's something for me, it's something nice. So Hakim or Anissa, you want to say anything? Apa ada Dayang who's inside here? Wait. Hakim hilang ke?
Yes, I'm here. Ada je.
Okay. Mohonlah bercakap.
My experience with IIM today, everything nice, everything fun. I met some great people. Last year pergi convocation, I met Queen, media attachment last year. I met Syed Sadiq. Is it you guys can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm still new with IIM today, but it's a great experience. I met some people. A big event like convocation. It is my first time attending a convocation. The first day of convocation where they celebrate all the students who got awards. So like it's very motivating. You see people got award, met Queen, get some food. So I think it is a good experience with them today. Everything was fun and meaningful. Yep, yes.
I think how do you get invited to the event? Usually offices invited us, or like we just go to the event if we want to. Because like right now we don't get much invitations. If we do see any messages from any society about events that we think are newsworthy, so we will cover it. Usually we do get invitations, especially if it's physically. We got a lot of invitations. Like usually like there's like 3 to 4 events in one day. That's normal if it's physical. but now it's quite slow because with online events. But I think the highlight of every year would be the convocation, because in there's like in one session there will be at least 3 news, and then there will be two sessions in one day. Sometimes it will be like, okay, this person won this award, uh what award they won this award, and then this person is the best student, and then twins celebrating the award, and then this one, it's really an eventful time the convocation is. But as I attended the convocation in my second year, it's really an eye-opening experience for me to actually appreciate my student life more, because it's really like it's quite sad, but it's not really sad. It's a proud sad moment. I think it's bittersweet. A convocation is bittersweet, and I don't want to experience it as of now yet. I felt that way lah at that time. So okay, I think um I went to news attachment with Bernama and also NST. Oh, Irene, can you resend the link of attendance? I went to Bernama and NST and see how they cover events. I think it's about almost the same as what we're doing, but they're doing things in real life and go around KL, trying to get stories and interview real life people instead of just people in our community IIUM. So I think this has somehow equipped me to be a journalist. So do you guys want to know, what do you guys want to know more? I am at loss. What do you guys want to know more? Do ask. Hello. Are there any more questions?
Um, I want to like remind everyone that you guys, for Com 3000 students, you guys have to produce 3 news in IIUM today. But you cannot just write any news. If you guys want to cover a news, you guys should ask me or Marsha first. It's not that we will allow you or not. We will allow you, but we want to check if there's already a journalist from IIUM today who's assigned to the news. Okay, that's
Oh, also, I don't know how it going to be like this year, but last year, how I oh, what I did was I allowed people to choose their 3 events, and then cross check, and then you would choose your own events. So we would be assigning you unless we have extra events from IM today, because I think this gives you a little bit of flexibility on since there's like 30 to 40 people in the class, right? I think it's hard for me to find 120 events for everyone to go to. So you can just pick and choose your events when you are free and etc. But I'm not sure how it will be going to if it's going to be like this time, since we do have a lack of events. So I think we just have to wait for Dr. Shira to give more explanation about the assignment. So isn't our first news writing? Yes, but it won't be that one won't be that one won't be uploaded in IIUM today, because everyone is writing the same news. Also, yes, we'll be recording. We'll be sharing the recording. Um, I think like wait, I just lost my train of thought. Okay. We actually have to write 5, right? 5 news, but 3 is to be published on IIUM Today. So I think the Wapor one is supposed to be like the unpublished one, not the published one. So it's like 4 out. We have 4 out of 5. So okay, that's
Marsha,
two from.
Allah, Marsha. So even though it is unpublished, so that we need to follow the apa in-house style of IIM
Yes.
today, right? Okay.
Yes, because
Thank you.
I think that carries 1% of our marks because it's out of 5, right? That's 1%.
Yeah, thank you, Marsha.
Do you
Just
do you guys have any
yeah.
advice to how to write for online sessions?
I usually if you know the organizer, you can ask for the recording, but I think Wapor you cannot. So um I asked Dr. Shira for the tentative, and I will be sharing the tentative to you guys as well for the for so usually when you cover an event, you would have a news angle. Your news angle usually would revolve around keynote speeches or maybe 1 session or 2 session. But if I'm not sure how Wapor would be, but if it's only like research presentations, then I would advise you guys to not cover the research presentation. Instead, go for keynote speeches or forums, because in those that is where you can get most angles and also news, because you would be able to report much if it's only presentation, like uh like there's no newsworthiness in writing about presentations, because you'll be like, okay, this person from this presented on this, unless there's a discussion on the presentation. Since we don't know the nature of Wapor, um I don't know how to advise you yet, but look for keynote speeches, look for discussions and forums and things like that. Also, it's quite hard for online news. I usually just write everything, really everything for 2 hours, the straight 2 hours, and then I rearrange things. So for me, I would miss out on any information. But if say sometimes I do already get and I do can already figure out my angle, I will only like write things I will only like write my notes based on the angles. Like, okay, I want to write about this. Okay, this is not important. If it's important, then only I'll be writing in my notes. If it's not, then no. Then I won't be writing about put it in my notes. But then you have to really know your angle. Sometimes, but oftentimes in online news, I can't really comprehend what they said. So I just write and then only I think. Huh?
Thank you.
Okay. Singe asked me to tell you guys that we'll be having an online external news trading with with a journalist soon. So the date is not decided that yet. But if you guys are passionate about journalism, or you guys are curious about journalism and want to actually ask a real journalist instead of an IIUM Today journalist, you can join us later for the external news trading. I'll be informing you guys about it as well. Okay, do you guys have any other questions? But if you guys just I suggest if you guys want to know more about WAPOR or how to report conferences, then do check in the website. We cover a lot of conferences lately. So or like discussion. So you guys can just like okay so you guys can get a brief idea on how to report. Just search in conference or like webinar and things like that. You'll be able to find it. Okay, do you guys have any other questions before we can wrap up and I can teach you guys the website, how to publish our news on the website. Oh, for later for the Com 3000 class, if you want to post if you already have an event and Dr. Shira has already explained it, you can just email your news to iiumtoday@gmail.com and also put your photo as an attachment. Or you can just WhatsApp me. I'll accept that as well.
Okay, Marsha.
If I'm not if I replied late, then that's simply because I'm in class or I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, if you do have after this, you can just text me or like just send it in the class group. I'll answer. Also, you guys can ask me in the journalist group or text, or if you want to me to proofread or say ask my opinions on articles, I accept that as well.
Okay, sure, Marsha.
Okay, dah. Alright. Ada tak? Nina ada tak apa?
I asked Tina if she already issued the form privately.
Oh. Okay. Thank you guys for listening and not being bored like me, my baby, for 2 hours. If you're a new
Thank you,
journalist, you should wait.
Marsha.
Thank you,
Thank
Marsha.
you, Marsha.
For a great
You
guys
guys.
are welcome.
Thank you, Aryani.
Thank you, Marsha and Ariani.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Ariani.
Welcome. Hey, if
Thank
you're
you,
new journalist, you should
everyone.
wait. I want to show you guys the website. Hakim Mahari, you should wait. You guys are welcome.
You guys are cute.
Aida. Jumaat Mubarak. Okay, let's go about the website. I think I have sent everyone the link personally. So wait. Kan? Okay, you guys, if you guys don't understand, then just tell me, okay? I have sent everyone the link personally. So I believe that everyone is able to have access. So when you is there any international student here? Can I code mix? Hello, new journalist. New journalist, hello. Hello. Ariani, are you
Yes.
still there? Okay. Okay, you guys are still there. Okay. All right. When you open your the website, it should show this screen, which I don't know what is everything here except for Stingray. So when you want to upload, you should just click new and then you post. New post. Tada! Magic. Alamak, internet pula slow. All right. So this is how you should just copy. Usually some people would write directly here, but there's this problem where sometimes you are not able to finish your news and then Sir Aznan will be going through and then clearing it, and then he will be clearing it before you finish it. So I advise you to not write it here. Instead, just copy paste from Word. So your title should be here, Masha. And then this is your article, blah blah blah, right? So at the start of your article is your byline. So at the start, Twitter, and then copy the link. So you just uh, you just paste the link here.
Alright.
And then
Thank you.
alright, and this should be you guys should be what event, what category news would be campus events and news. But if I'm writing also events, live and things like that, just click in as much as you like. Whatever that you like, and then you should also add a featured image. This is your featured image that is will be on the top of your article. Just upload it here and then just set featured image. So it's very simple. And then it's important to emphasize that you guys save draft and not publish it. Or only the managing editor will publish it. Anyone else, please just save it into draft, and then only you type the IIUM today group and then say, Assalamualaikum sir, one feature save in draft. Or if you want to say one feature on blah blah blah, save in draft. That's acceptable as well. If you want to add photos in between your article, then just here, just click add image. Say it's upload same way just now. It will be same way as the featured image. Select and then just please write the caption like Al-Quran with sejadah. Ta-da. So that's how it is, and then just continue ha 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 here. So save draft. So in the case that you're quite curious how this will be presented in the website, you can just preview. So preview it. Is my screen stuck? Okay, no. Preview. Okay. Okay, so it will look like this on the website. Ta-da! But so, but I'm not sure why the caption is here, but I guess it's out of our control. So that's how it is. That's how you actually upload an article. Is everyone clear? Do I need to repeat anything? It's fairly
No.
simple. I want to wait. Okay. An event I will have to write about a specific event. Like I said just now, it's any event, but then we have to wait for the clarification. Because I think we're running out of events. Here. All right. Website or anything, okay? Do you have any other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like let's say if you and it's based off from other sources like from NST or Bernama, we have to insert the link kan?
You
Like
just
when do you
you
when do you
can I would link video Instagram account, but then if you're attributing your source to a link to a website source the source and news Galaxy J7 Pro, are you an IIUM Today journalist, or are you for only for the class?
Not me.
Yes. You just need to submit on Google Classroom, and also if you have to publish it for class, you just email me. Email I. At least you have to wait for news to be assigned for news, or simply just do feature article. You do have to wait for you after this event, after today. Want to cover it, you can just tell me or Hakim or Anissa. We will cross check if someone already covering the news. Feature articles you can just submit. You can just submit at any time you want, but our questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What I do yesterday, the previous managing editor told me if it's about we do get news from if NST is doing a special interview with this person, and then you guys want to write it on IIUM today as well, and then attribute your source to NST like that.
All right.
Do you guys have any response?
Alright.
Is there any other question?
For me, I'm clear.
Irene, do you want to say anything before we conclude?
No. Just ask.
Yeah.
If
All right.
I have, I will ask you later. Is it okay?
Personally, I don't. I apologize for taking too much of your Friday morning, since I believe everyone should would want to be asleep right now. So, including me. So, thank you guys for your time, and I hope you guys have learned something.
Thank you for your time as well.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much. Terima kasih
Jumat
for
Mubarak.
selection. Thank you. I feel
So I wanted to tell you macam tapi wow, you're very shocked. So I just
I rasa the last time punya I already spoke for half an hour. Tinggi recording tak buka I? Tinggi?
Recording lah.
should we end recording?